So what? So so what is a system? What is a setup? What is um, what I need to? There are two aspects of trading. Um, One of them is a setup. The other is a system. I have to create a system where um, I have to create a system in which I can put any setup into that system, and that system should be able to handle any type of setup. And there are two types of things that incorporates into what is considered a day trading plan. And day trading plan requires, again, a system and a setup. The system I have in place needs to describe how day trading is performed. And then, because the variance of, and it can be quite complex, really. So it can evolve as my maturity in day trading evolves. The first part is there are various, this is getting, the more that I think about it, the system in place to trade is very complex. The setup is just to allow me to enter. That in itself is very complex. However, the system that incorporates and houses the day trades is incredibly complex. Just on a surface level, it's like a pyramidal kind of a situation where when I'm making a trade, initially it's quite simple. Enter and exit. That's so simple. That's the single top layer of the pyramid. But as I trickle down to the lower levels of pyramids where it supports the system, is that one example is, what about money management, trade management? So there are various levels of thinking that I need to incorporate into the system that I need to perfect. And because it is so complex that I am having very difficult time, even though I want to be self-disciplined and self-controlled and attempting to figure out what I need to do. But as I dig deeper and deeper and deeper into understanding how the trade makeup is, it is very complex. For now, the easiest way is, it's like, I have to admit, I have to admit that it's like a baby being, it's like a baby growing up. It really is. It's day trading. Initially, is a baby attempting to grow up into a mature adult. In between those times, it is it is incredibly perilous and it is incredibly dangerous. And the reason is money can just flow out at any time, right? Just like how the baby grows. And the baby requires intensive care and nurturing in order to get to grow. So as I initially looking from the outside and viewing YouTube videos on how these professionals day trade, they just talk about their success stories. They don't describe really in detail. They may be describing in detail, but I just don't get it at this point because maybe I'm not able to see from their perspective. So initially what I'm thinking, okay, so how do I get in? How do I get out? What do I need to use? However, one of the most important thing is creating a system that houses the setups. The system needs to be in place in order to figure out what to do in if-then-else scenarios. Once that system is taken care of, then I can put practically with minor changes any setups that I want. I can put in any bag of tricks within the bag of tricks, insert it into the system, and make that system and the setup work together. However, the truly very difficult part is making sure that I have my system in place to properly handle practically any situation that is possible. Initially, the so there's three. Initially, the system must be able to handle initially the first step, which is to handle whether the stock goes up and whether the stock goes sideways, whether the stock goes down. And if that system is able to freely and carefree and easily and habituated into having that system within my grasp, then I will be able to insert any I should be able to insert any setup and make that setup function properly in my trading.